There is a country that built a bridge longer than the entire coastline of Jamaica, that constructed the world's largest building and put a fake ocean with real waves inside it, that built a train that doesn't touch the track and goes faster than most private jets, and did all of it in the last 30 years. Not science fiction, not a movie. China. Right now, on this planet. Today, we're walking through 33 of the most insane things they've ever built, and I guarantee you at least 20 of them you've never heard of. Welcome to National Stuff. Let's get into it.
We start in Chongqing, China's mountain megacity, and we start with something that will break your brain before we even get going. Raffles City Chongqing is not just a building. It's not just a skyscraper complex. It is literally a city in the sky. 8 towers, 8, and 6 of them rise to 250 meters tall, while 2 of the northern towers stretch all the way up to 350 meters. But here's where it gets insane. Sitting on top of 4 of those 250-meter towers, at the height of roughly 82 stories, is a structure called the Crystal. It's a 300-meter-long, fully enclosed sky bridge that connects the towers together like a horizontal skyscraper floating in the clouds. Inside it, restaurants, sky gardens, an infinity pool, a members-only clubhouse, and a glass-bottom observation deck where you can look straight down 250 meters to the city below. The designers at Softy Architects, the same geniuses behind Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, drew inspiration from Chongqing's ancient history as a sailing port at the meeting of the Yangtze and Jialing rivers. And when you stand beneath it and look up, you can see exactly why. It looks like a giant sail, or the hull of a luxury yacht, floating impossibly between skyscrapers. China didn't build a skyscraper. They built a neighborhood in mid-air. And guys, drop your country in the comments right now. Would something like the Raffles City Crystal exist where you come from? Be honest. And which of the places we cover today would you visit first? Let us know. This is your video too.
All right, question. What's the biggest building you've ever been inside? A shopping mall? An airport? A stadium? Whatever it was, throw it out. Because what China built in Chengdu makes everything else look like a garden shed. This is the New Century Global Center, and it holds the title of the largest building in the world by floor area. We're talking 1.76 million square meters of total space. To give you a reference point, it's more than twice the size of the Dubai Mall. It would swallow Buckingham Palace 9 times over. Opened in 2013, the building spans 500 meters in length and 400 meters in width. It is so large that it has its own internal climate system, a controlled artificial sky ceiling that simulates the sun rising and setting 24 hours a day, every single day. You can walk inside this building and never actually know whether it's day or night outside. And what's inside? Oh, where do I even begin? There are over 200 shops, a 5,000 square meter artificial beach with the world's largest artificial wave pool, a water park with a kilometer-long indoor beach, multiple 5-star hotels with 2,000 rooms combined, an ice skating rink, a cinema complex, a university campus, conference centers, business offices, and a Mediterranean-style commercial town inside the building that feels like you've walked into southern Europe. The whole place was designed with a concept called flowing melody. Every curve, every arch, every surface was engineered to feel organic and alive. Standing inside the atrium, 18 floors high, 65 meters tall, lined with hotel balconies and zigzagging escalators, you don't feel like you're inside a building at all. You feel like you're inside a world. 14 million people live in Chengdu, and China built this to be their playground. Not a mall, not a complex, a world under one roof. I need to know, would you spend an entire day in a building like this?
Or does the idea of a building with its own fake sky and artificial beach creep you out a little? Comment below and tell me which city in China you'd most want to visit. Keep it coming. Okay, let's look up for a moment. Way, way up. Deep in a natural valley in Guizhou province, nestled between karst mountains in one of the most remote corners of southwest China, sits the most powerful ear ever built by human civilization. Its name is FAST, the 500-meter aperture spherical telescope, and it is absolutely breathtakingly extraordinary. Measuring exactly 500 meters in diameter, FAST is the largest and most sensitive single-dish radio telescope ever built on Earth. Its receiving surface covers 250,000 square meters, roughly the area of 30 standard football fields. It is made up of 4,500 individually adjustable reflector panels, which move in real time to focus on targets across the sky. How sensitive is it? 10 times more sensitive than the famous 100-meter Effelsberg telescope in Germany. Almost twice as sensitive as the legendary Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, which collapsed in 2020. And FAST can detect signals from up to 1.37 billion light-years away. That's nearly the edge of the observable universe. Since going fully operational in 2020, it has already discovered over 900 pulsars, more than the US and Europe combined discovered in the same period. Its nickname is Tianyan, the Eye of Heaven. And scientists are now using it to search for one thing above all others: proof that we are not alone in the universe. China didn't just build a telescope. They built humanity's best hope for hearing the cosmos speak. Okay, I have to ask, do you believe there's intelligent life out there? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, drop which place in China has impressed you the most so far. We've got so much more to come. The Yangtze River is Asia's longest river, a 6,300-kilometer torrent of water that has flooded, destroyed, and killed for thousands of years. China looked at it and said, "We will tame it." The Three Gorges Dam is the largest hydroelectric power station ever built on this planet. Sitting on the Yangtze River in Hubei province, it stretches 2,335 meters long, nearly 2.5 kilometers from bank to bank, and rises 185 meters tall. It contains 28 million cubic meters of concrete and 463,000 metric tons of steel. The reservoir it created stretches 600 kilometers upstream. And the power it generates? Insane. 32 main turbines. Annual output estimated at 85 terawatt hours, enough to power tens of millions of homes. It generates roughly 11 times as much electricity as the famous Hoover Dam. But what truly makes this dam legendary is the story of how it was built. Construction officially began in December 1994, and the entire project took 17 years to complete, finishing in 2009. The engineering complexity was unlike anything ever attempted. The Yangtze wasn't stopped, it was redirected in phases, with cofferdams built and demolished in a deliberate sequence over years. Over 1.3 million people had to be relocated to make room for the reservoir. The final cost? Over $37 billion US. There were debates about its environmental impact. There were questions about its effects on landslides and seismic activity. But there is no debate about one thing. The Three Gorges Dam is the most powerful engineering statement any civilization has ever made about controlling nature. If the FAST telescope is China's ear to the universe, the Chengdu Supercomputing Center is China's brain, right here on Earth. Opened in 2021 in the Tianfu New area of Chengdu, this facility is one of the most powerful supercomputing complexes in the world. It was designed to serve as the computational backbone for Western China, processing everything from climate modeling and aerospace simulations to AI development, genomic research, and smart city management for entire provinces. The center houses petaflop-scale computing power, meaning it can perform millions of billions of calculations every single second. It supports research institutions, universities, government agencies, and private enterprises across the region. And it was built with an extraordinary focus on green energy, powered significantly by Sichuan's abundant hydroelectric resources. What's most remarkable is the ambition behind it. China isn't building supercomputers just to be impressive. They're building them because they understand that the future of every industry, medicine, manufacturing, transportation, agriculture, warfare, will be decided by whoever has the most computational power. And China is making absolutely sure that answer includes them.
We're going deep today. 33 things that China has built, created, and engineered that the rest of the world is only beginning to understand. Tell me in the comments, which of these facts has surprised you the most so far? And are you learning things today you genuinely never knew about China? I want to hear from you. The Qingdao Bay Bridge, officially known as the Jiaozhou Bay Bridge, is one of the longest cross-sea bridges in the world. Stretching approximately 42 kilometers across Jiaozhou Bay, it connects the city of Qingdao to the district of Huangdao, dramatically cutting what was a nearly 2-hour road journey down to just about 30 minutes. But what makes it truly extraordinary isn't just the length, it's the Y-shaped design. The bridge doesn't simply cross the bay in a straight line, it branches. One arm connects to Qingdao, another to Huangdao, and a third branches off to connect to Qingdao's Hongdao Island. From the air, it looks like a giant trident lying in the sea. Over 5,000 workers built it in less than 4 years. It used 450,000 tons of steel and 2.3 million cubic meters of concrete. It has 5,000 support columns driven into the seafloor, and it was engineered to withstand earthquakes, typhoons, and ship collisions. Because in China, they don't just build structures, they build structures that last. The Qingdao Bay Bridge isn't just infrastructure, it's a statement. China looked at a bay and said, this is no longer a boundary, it's a road. China doesn't just build malls, China builds experiences. The Guanghuan shopping mall in Guangzhou is one of the most architecturally distinctive retail destinations in the world. Its design concept is built around circles, literally. The structure features massive circular frames and ring-shaped architectural elements that create a visual identity unlike any mall you've ever seen. From the outside, it looks less like a shopping center and more like a portal to another dimension. Inside, the mall spans millions of square feet across multiple floors and zones. It houses a mix of luxury brands, local boutiques, dining experiences, entertainment facilities, and experiential retail spaces. But what makes Guanghuan genuinely different from other Chinese malls, and there are plenty of extraordinary ones, is the fusion of art, architecture, and commerce. The building itself is a gallery. The corridors are curated. The lighting, the landscaping, the spatial design, everything feels intentional and theatrical. Guanghuan represents the new generation of Chinese retail. The idea that shopping shouldn't just be transactional. It should be an event, a destination, a reason to come back not just because you need something, but because you want to feel something. In a world where retail is supposedly dying, China is reimagining what retail can be. And Guanghuan is one of the most vivid expressions of that vision. Real talk. Does China's approach to malls, architecture, and public spaces make you want to jump on a plane and go explore? Let me know which city is top of your list right now. Chongqing, Chengdu, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Beijing? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. In the remote Sichuan mountains, in a village called Atelier, so isolated, it sits atop near vertical cliffs. Children used to climb 800-meter steel ladders to get to school. Bamboo ladders at first. Hundreds of meters of near vertical climbing every single day
in weather that would make most people stay home forever. The world saw images of these children clinging to the cliff face and was horrified. China saw those images and within 2 years replaced every bamboo ladder with a permanently bolted steel staircase. 2,556 steps fixed into the mountain. Atulair is a reminder that behind all the futuristic glass and steel, China is still a vast, ancient land. And its story is as much about the villages in the clouds as it is about the cities in the sky.
If someone told you a building was shaped like a giant donut floating above a city, you might think they were describing a movie set. But in Guangzhou, that's just another day. The Guangzhou Circle, officially the Guangdong International Finance Center Annex, is a 33-story circular skyscraper with a massive hole through its middle, clad entirely in terracotta panels that glow warm red and gold in the sunlight. It was inspired by the ancient Chinese jade ring, a symbol of heaven. At night, lit up against the Guangzhou skyline, it looks like a portal to another era, simultaneously ancient and impossibly futuristic. It is, without question, one of the most photographed buildings in southern China. And it's proof that China doesn't just build tall, China builds differently.
Oppo. If you know the name, you know it as one of the world's biggest smartphone manufacturers. But their research and development center in Shenzhen is not just an office building. It is a declaration of intent. Designed to look like a sleek, futuristic campus that floats between glass and greenery, the Oppo R&D Center houses thousands of engineers, designers, and researchers working on next-generation technology, 5G advancements, camera systems, chip design, AI integration, and foldable display technology. Oppo invests billions annually in R&D, and this facility is the physical heart of that ambition. In a world where tech innovation is often associated with Silicon Valley or Seoul, Oppo's R&D Center is a constant reminder that Shenzhen, China, is now firmly in that conversation, and arguably leading it.
Here's a question I genuinely want answered in the comments. Before watching this video, how much did you know about China's technology sector? Be honest. And which of these innovations surprises you most? Let's get the conversation going. What if a building could be a mountain? That's the question architect Thomas Heatherwick asked when he designed 1,000 trees in Shanghai. And the answer he created is one of the most extraordinary structures in contemporary architecture. The building is a layered, terraced structure that rises in steps like a hillside. And on every single one of those terraces, planted in massive circular white pots, are over 1,000 trees, flowers, shrubs, and plants. The result is a building that looks like a living, breathing mountain covered in greenery, right in the middle of one of the world's most densely urban environments. Below the greenery, the building houses a thriving mix of retail, dining, office spaces, and cultural venues spread across its dramatic stepped floors. And above it all, the trees change with the seasons, sprouting, blooming, shedding leaves, reminding Shanghai that nature never really left. It opened in 2021, and it immediately became one of the most talked about architectural achievements of the decade. Heatherwick's firm described it as an attempt to create a building that gives back to the city what buildings usually take away. And walking through it, that intention is felt in every direction you look. 1,000 trees isn't just beautiful. It's a philosophical statement about what cities could be if we decided that the natural world wasn't our enemy, but our architecture's best feature. How do you build a railway through one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth? Most engineers would say you don't. China said, watch us. The Qinghai-Tibet Railway is the highest railway on the planet. It stretches over 1,900 kilometers from the city of Xining in Qinghai province all the way to Lhasa, the capital of Tibet. And for much of that journey, it travels at elevations that would leave most people struggling to breathe. peaking at over 5,000 meters above sea level, equivalent to over 16,400 feet. That's higher than Everest Base Camp. The engineering challenges were almost incomprehensible. The route crosses the Shanghai Tibet Plateau, passing over permafrost, ground that is permanently frozen and therefore unstable for conventional rail construction. Engineers developed a system of elevated viaducts and specially ventilated foundations that keep the ground beneath the tracks frozen year-round, preventing the thawing that would destabilize everything. And because the altitude is so extreme, oxygen levels at some points on the route are less than 60% of what you'd find at sea level. The trains are specially designed. They're sealed and pressurized, with oxygen supplied directly to every passenger seat. You don't just board this train, you're given the means to breathe. The Shanghai Tibet Railway didn't just connect a city, it connected an ancient civilization to the modern world. And in doing so, it reminded the planet that when China decides something will be built, the laws of geography simply move aside.
Seriously, this is the roof of the world we're talking about. Oxygen piped to your seat. Trains running over permafrost. I need your reaction in the comments right now. Are you shocked? Impressed? Both? And are you enjoying this video? Because we are just getting warmed up.
Fireworks are beautiful, but China looked at fireworks and said, we can do better. We can do it with precision. We can do it without smoke. We can make the sky tell a story. China's drone light shows are now arguably the most advanced in the world. We're talking thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of individually programmed drones, each one a pixel in a living, moving, three-dimensional painting in the night sky. These shows create dragons that breathe fire across the heavens, phoenixes that rise from the earth and explode into ribbons of light, Chinese characters that form and dissolve, entire cityscapes that build themselves in the air and then transform into something else entirely. Some performances have used over 10,000 drones simultaneously, a world record, choreographed to music with millisecond precision. But what makes China's drone shows more than just spectacle is the technology behind them. The coordination systems, the collision avoidance algorithms, the real-time atmospheric adjustment software, all of it developed, refined, and iterated entirely domestically. Companies like Yihang and Demoda have turned what was once a novelty into a genuine art form. Every major Chinese holiday, every city celebration, every product launch of significance is now a canvas for this technology. And as the rest of the world tries to catch up, China is already working on the next generation. Shows that respond to audience movement, that adapt in real time, that use AI to generate the performance itself.
We've already talked about China's robots in previous videos on this channel, but in the context of everything we're covering today, it would be criminal not to address just how deep this rabbit hole goes. China is now one of the 2 or 3 most advanced nations on Earth in artificial intelligence and robotics, and by some metrics, it is the most advanced. The country has more industrial robots installed than any other nation in the world. It produces more AI patents annually than the US. It has more AI unicorn companies, startups valued at over $1 billion, than any other country except America. The applications are everywhere. AI-powered facial recognition systems that can identify individuals in crowds of thousands in real time. Autonomous road construction vehicles paving highways with 0 drivers. Humanoid robots serving food, reading news broadcasts, teaching school classes. Robotic dogs patrolling facilities. Surgical robots performing operations with sub-millimeter precision. Agricultural robots identifying and treating diseased crops without human intervention. And at the national infrastructure level, China's entire smart city program, managing traffic, energy, waste, security, and emergency services across dozens of major cities, is powered by AI systems of extraordinary scale and sophistication. What China has understood better than perhaps any other nation is that AI isn't a product, it's a platform. And
whoever controls the platform controls the future.
Let me stop here and really ask you something. Are you concerned about how fast AI and robotics are advancing? Or are you excited? Leave your honest thoughts in the comments. And tell me, how does China's tech development compare to what you're seeing in your own country? This conversation matters.
But what if a 2-hour drive could become a 30-minute journey without a single new road on land? That's exactly what China achieved when it opened the Shenzhen-Zhongshan link in June 2024. Spanning 24 kilometers across the Pearl River estuary, this is one of the most complex sea-crossing infrastructure projects ever completed on Earth. And the reason it's complex is what it's made of. The link doesn't choose between bridge or tunnel. It uses both. 2 bridges, 2 artificial islands, an 8-lane underwater tunnel that is the world's largest and widest steel shell concrete sea tunnel at 6.8 kilometers long. The project took 7 years to complete and required engineering solutions that had never been attempted before at this scale. The western artificial island, shaped from above like a mythical Kunpeng bird taking flight, covers 137,000 square meters, roughly the size of 19 football fields, sitting in open water with no natural land attachment. The bridge section's main span stretches 1,666 meters, making it the world's largest span for a fully offshore steel box girder suspension bridge. And the entire link's cable wires, if laid end to end, would wrap around the Earth 4 times. Travel time between Shenzhen and Zhongshan reduced from 2 hours to 30 minutes. In 2024, this project won the George Richardson Medal, the Nobel Prize of the bridge engineering world. China didn't cross the sea. China redesigned it.
China has over 177,000 kilometers of expressway, the longest expressway network in the world. But the Yaxi Expressway, connecting Ya'an and Xichang in Sichuan province, stands out even within that extraordinary network. Built through some of the most rugged, seismically active mountain terrain on the planet, the Yaxi Expressway is a masterpiece of civil engineering. It features dozens of tunnels and elevated viaducts threading through gorges and cliffs. One section, the Looting Bridge section, crosses terrain that rises and drops thousands of meters within just a few kilometers. Engineers had to literally design the road around the mountain over and over again. The Yaxi Expressway connects previously isolated communities to China's economic mainstream. It didn't just move traffic, it moved lives.
In most cities, retail and commercial space goes up. In Chengdu, they went down. Chengdu SK Park is one of the most conceptually bold urban development projects in China. A massive commercial district where almost all of the retail, entertainment, and commercial space is built underground, beneath a vast landscaped surface park. From the air, SK Park looks like a beautifully designed urban green space. Wide open paths, water features, community areas. You'd have no idea that beneath your feet lies an entire underground city of shops, restaurants, and entertainment venues. Rising from the center of this underground complex are the Towers of Vitality, above-ground structures studded with thousands of LED lights and programmable panels that transform the towers into living light sculptures after dark. At night, they glow, pulse, and shift color in coordinated sequences that can be seen across the Chengdu skyline. The drone view of SK Park at night is one of the most surreal and beautiful images in contemporary Chinese urban design. A dark green surface interrupted by towers of light, glowing like something between a sci-fi novel and a living garden. China reimagined what a city center could look and feel like, and then built it.
Halfway through, and I need to check in with you. Are you still here? Drop a number in the comments. 1 for I knew most of this, to 10 for my mind is completely blown. And genuinely, which city in China would you most want to explore? Top comments get featured in our next video. Before the Three Gorges, there was the Xiaolongdi. And while it may not hold the same world record status, its story is arguably more dramatic. Built on the Yellow River in Henan Province and completed in 2001, the Xiaolongdi Dam was designed with one primary mission: to control the silt. The Yellow River carries more sediment than almost any river on Earth, so much that without management, it would eventually raise its own riverbed until it flooded entire cities. The Xiaolongdi uses a spectacular annual sand flushing operation, releasing massive jets of muddy water through 8 outlets that creates one of the most extraordinary spectacles in engineering: a roaring, thundering wall of brown water that explosively clears the dam of accumulated silt. People travel hundreds of miles just to watch it. It looks like the river itself is being born again. The longest bridge on Earth. Full stop. The Danyang-Kunshan Grand Bridge stretches 165 kilometers, that's 102 miles, connecting the cities of Danyang and Kunshan as part of the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed rail line. It crosses rivers, lakes, rice paddies, and a portion of the Yangtze River Delta, traveling at heights of up to 100 feet in places. It took 10,000 workers 4 years to build. It cost approximately $8.5 billion. And when your high-speed train glides across it at 300 kilometers per hour, the bridge just keeps going. For over an hour, the horizon ahead of you is still bridge. The horizon behind you is still bridge. The world's longest bridge. Not in Europe, not in America, in China. Of course.
If you've been on the internet in the last few years, you've probably seen the video. A train, a fully operational metro train, running through the middle of a residential apartment block. Floors 3 through 5 of a building in Chongqing's Liziba station are occupied by people living in flats. And right through the middle of those floors, the number 2 metro line runs on elevated tracks. Residents say they barely notice it. The noise insulation is apparently excellent. And in a city like Chongqing, carved into mountain ridges with virtually no flat land, building a metro system at all is a feat. Building one that coexists with residential buildings, that's Chongqing being Chongqing. Only in China would a train running through your living room be considered an elegant engineering solution. And honestly, it kind of is.
The train through the building. Through the building. How is that even something that exists? Comment your reaction. I want to see it. And keep going. We are nowhere near done.
In Zhuhai, there is a theme park and aquarium complex that holds multiple Guinness World Records for sheer scale. Chimlong Ocean Kingdom is home to the world's largest aquarium tank, containing over 22 million gallons of water, as well as the world's largest acrylic viewing panel, a single piece of curved glass so enormous that standing in front of it feels like pressing your face against the ocean floor. The park features whale sharks, the largest fish on Earth, swimming in an environment engineered specifically to replicate the open ocean. It has marine roller coasters, a 4D cinema, coral reef habitats, and a beluga whale show. It received the Guinness World Record for world's largest aquarium in multiple categories simultaneously. Chimlong didn't build an aquarium. They built the ocean, and then put a roof over it.
The Taklamakan Desert in Xinjiang is one of the largest, driest, and most hostile deserts on Earth. Its name, in the local Uyghur language, roughly translates to, "You go in, you don't come out." And through its heart, China built a highway. The Taklamakan Desert Highway stretches 552 kilometers across the desert interior, the world's longest highway through shifting sand dunes. To keep the road from being buried, a belt of drip-irrigated vegetation, shrubs and grasses, was planted on both sides of the entire highway, maintained by over 100 water wells drilled along the route. In one of the most barren places on the planet, China planted a garden to protect a road.
because that's just how China solves problems.
Most dams stop ships. China's dams lift them. The Gupitan Dam on the Wu River in Guizhou province features one of the world's largest ship lifts, a vertical elevator for vessels. Ships sail into a water-filled chamber. The chamber is sealed, and then the entire thing, ship, water, and all, is mechanically raised or lowered up to 127 meters in height, like an elevator with a river inside it. It's a concept so simple in principle and so breathtakingly complex in execution that watching it happen in real time genuinely makes your brain short-circuit. A ship going up in an elevator because China said so.
A ship? In an elevator? Going up a dam? We need to talk about this. Drop your reaction in the comments, and please tell me which country you're watching from. I want to know where in the world national stuff is being watched today.
China's high-speed rail network is the largest in the world, over 45,000 kilometers of high-speed track, more than the rest of the world combined. And the jewel of that network is the CR400 Fuqing, the rejuvenation. Operating at up to 350 kilometers per hour in commercial service, the fastest regular rail service anywhere on Earth, the Fuqing is entirely Chinese designed, Chinese engineered, and Chinese manufactured. No foreign technology, no foreign licenses. Built by China, for China, and now being exported to the world. Its ride is famously smooth. A cup of water on a table at 300 kilometers per hour barely ripples. The interior is wide, quiet, and immaculate. It is, by any objective measure, the best regular train service on the planet. And it runs thousands of times a day, connecting over 1 billion people.
We've covered this one in detail on this channel before, but in the context of everything China has built, it deserves its place here. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge stretches across a canyon in Hunan Province, suspended thousands of feet above a misty river valley. It is made of glass, completely transparent, and engineered with a special effect that simulates cracking panels, so that as you walk across it, the glass beneath your feet appears to be shattering. Grown adults have been reduced to crawling. Children have screamed. Dogs have refused to move. Even repeat visitors, people who know it's safe, lose their nerve when those crack effects trigger. It is, quite possibly, the most psychologically terrifying recreational structure ever built, and the queue to get on it stretches for hours.
Every iPhone in your pocket, every trainers on your feet, every flat-screen television in your living room, there's a very real chance they pass through here. The port of Shanghai is the busiest port in the world, and has been for over a decade. Sitting at the mouth of the Yangtze River, where the river meets the East China Sea, it handles over 47 million 20-foot equivalent units of cargo every single year. That's 47 million containers every year. Every day, thousands of vessels arrive, unload, reload, and depart. The port's deepwater section, the Yangshan Deepwater Port, sits on artificially constructed islands 32 kilometers offshore in the open sea, connected to the mainland by the 32-kilometer Donghai Bridge. The entire island was built from scratch specifically to handle the world's largest container ships, which are too big for shallow coastal waters. The automation at Yangshan Phase 4, opened in 2017, represents the next generation of port operation. Driverless automated guided vehicles transport containers across the terminal. Automated cranes load and unload ships with no human operators. The entire operation is managed by AI systems, monitoring thousands of variables in real time. It is the most automated port terminal in the world. Shanghai handles more cargo than New York and Los Angeles combined, times several. The global supply chain, the movement of goods that sustains the modern economy, runs through this port more than any other single point on the planet. The port of Shanghai isn't infrastructure. It's the heartbeat of global trade. Guys,
We are talking about the literal heartbeat of the global economy. Most of what you own passed through this port. Does that change how you think about where the things in your life come from? Drop your thoughts and drop your country in the comments right now. Alibaba. If Amazon, Google, and PayPal had a Chinese cousin that was built for 1.4 billion people, that's Alibaba. And their headquarters campus in Hangzhou is every bit as extraordinary as the company itself. The Alibaba campus spans hundreds of acres and houses tens of thousands of employees. It includes research labs, retail concept stores, data centers, cafeterias serving tens of thousands of meals daily, green spaces, sports facilities, and residences. It's not an office, it's a city, designed from scratch around the idea that the people building the future deserve to live inside it. Jack Ma's vision was always that Alibaba would last 102 years, spanning 3 centuries. The campus was designed to reflect that ambition. It is permanent. It is monumental. And it hums 24 hours a day with the energy of people building systems that move trillions of dollars and touch billions of lives. If you're afraid of heights, look away now. The Dugay Bridge, officially the Beipanjiang Bridge, spans a gorge between Guizhou and Yunnan provinces at a height of 565 meters above the river below. That's nearly 1,900 feet. It is the highest bridge in the world, by a significant margin. When you cross it by car, you are driving at an altitude higher than the top of One World Trade Center in New York. You are higher than the top of the Eiffel Tower. And below you, more than half a kilometer straight down, a river threads through a canyon like a blue thread in a vast tapestry. The bridge itself spans 1,341 meters and carries a 4-lane expressway. It was built to connect 2 provinces separated by terrain so rugged that the alternative route was a 3-hour drive. The Dugay Bridge reduced that to a minute and a half. A minute and a half at 565 meters above the ground. 565 meters above the river. Would you drive across it? Walk across it? Or just, no? Be honest in the comments. And keep watching. We've still got 5 incredible things to cover, and the best might be saved for last. Designed by the legendary Zaha Hadid architects, Beijing Daxing International Airport looks like nothing that has ever been built before. From the air, it spreads across the landscape like a giant shimmering starfish. 5 concourses radiating out from a massive central hall, each arm stretching over a kilometer in total. The numbers are staggering. The terminal building alone covers 700,000 square meters, equivalent to 98 football fields under one roof. It has 79 boarding gates, 422 check-in counters, 3,000 flight information screens. And from any gate in the entire terminal, you can reach the central hall in under 8 minutes. The technology inside is equally extraordinary. Facial recognition check-in, AI-powered baggage tracking, automated passport control. The building uses solar panels and rainwater collection as part of a comprehensive sustainability system. And the roof, a flowing golden structure of interlocking curves, scatters natural light throughout the building, meaning that despite being one of the largest enclosed spaces in the world, it never feels dark or oppressive. Opened in 2019, Daxing Airport is designed to handle 100 million passengers per year at full capacity. That's more than the entire population of Germany passing through one airport every year. It was opened by President Xi Jinping on the eve of the 70th anniversary of the People's Republic. And as a symbol of what China has become, vast, ambitious, technically brilliant, aesthetically extraordinary, it is absolutely perfect. Most hotels go up. This one goes down. The intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland is built inside a former quarry, a massive pit in the earth on the outskirts of Shanghai, and descends 88 meters below ground level,
Only 2 of its 18 floors are above the Earth's surface. The rest go down, passing through rock faces, terraced gardens, waterfalls, and eventually, at the very bottom, reaching 2 floors that are completely submerged underwater, with floor-to-ceiling windows looking into a fish-filled aquarium. You can sleep underwater, in a hotel, in Shanghai, inside a quarry, surrounded by fish. China took a scar in the earth left by industry and turned it into one of the most extraordinary hotel experiences in the world. That's not just architecture, that's poetry. Most trains run on top of a track. The Wuhan SkyTrain runs beneath one. The Wuhan Optics Valley Suspended Monorail, nicknamed the SkyTrain, is China's first suspended monorail system, and one of only a handful operating anywhere in the world. Carriages hang from an elevated beam and glide silently below it, passengers sitting with a completely unobstructed view of the city below their feet. No track in sight, just glass and open air. It is powered entirely by electricity, produces 0 direct emissions, and operates with an almost eerie quietness. The sensation of riding it, sitting in a glass capsule floating below a beam, drifting through Wuhan's skyline, is reportedly unlike anything else in public transportation. It's less like a commute and more like a slow, suspended flight. A hotel built inside a quarry. A train that hangs upside down and flies through a city. I genuinely need to know, which of the things in today's video has hit you the hardest? What made you stop and say, wait, that's real? Comment it right now. Final 3 coming up, and they are big. Designed to resemble a lotus flower blooming at the edge of Qianzhong New City, the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Center Stadium is already one of the most beautiful sports venues in the world by day. By night, it becomes something else entirely. The stadium's outer shell is embedded with thousands of individually programmable LED light panels covering its petals, the sweeping, curved roof sections that give the building its floral shape. After dark, the stadium can display any pattern, any color, any animation across its entire surface. It pulses, it breathes, it tells stories in light. During the 2023 Asian Games, which Hangzhou hosted, the stadium became the visual centerpiece of the opening and closing ceremonies. Its LED petals synchronized to the music, the performances, and the emotion of millions of watching eyes. It is, without exaggeration, one of the most beautiful things you can watch happen to a building. And we end with this, the fastest ground vehicle ever built. China's 600-kilometer-per-hour maglev train, developed by CRRC Corporation and unveiled in 2021, uses electromagnetic levitation to float above its track with 0 contact between train and rail. No wheels, no friction, just magnetic force and 600 kilometers per hour. At that speed, the 1,200-kilometer journey from Beijing to Shanghai, which takes 5.5 hours by high-speed rail and 4.5 hours by plane, including check-in, would take just 2.5 hours, door to city center. Faster than flying. China's existing Shanghai commercial maglev already operates at 430 kilometers per hour. New lines are being planned, connecting Shanghai to Hangzhou and Chengdu to Chongqing. And the next generation, the T-Flight system, combining maglev with vacuum tubes, is targeting speeds of over 1,000 kilometers per hour. That's not a train. That's a ground-level rocket. China is not building the future of transport. China is the future of transport. 33 things. 33 moments where China looked at the impossible and built it anyway. A horizontal skyscraper floating between towers. The world's largest building with its own artificial sky. A telescope that listens to the edge of the universe. The most powerful dam ever built. A road through the world's most hostile desert. A hotel built inside a quarry. A train that doesn't touch the track.
an airport shaped like a starfish, a bridge half a kilometer above a river, a glass bridge that cracks under your feet. Whether you love China or have complicated feelings about it, whether you've been there or never plan to go, it is impossible to look at what this country has built and not feel something. Wonder, at minimum. And maybe, if you let yourself, genuine awe. Because whatever your politics, whatever your perspective, a civilization that builds at this scale, at this speed, with this creativity and this ambition, is doing something genuinely extraordinary. And we are just getting started. This is national stuff. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, because the next video, even bigger. I'll see you there.